Welcome to the Esoteric Cat Tarot. My name is Eve, and I've been reading cards for nearly 50 years, y'all. This morning, while I was setting up stuff, found this card in the floor. So I thought I would, not sure. Here's my cat. Do you see him, Houdini? Not sure why this card is in the floor, but we are going to find out what that affirmation is. This is affirmations of the fairy cats. And when I pull the affirmation of the fairy cats, I like to read what the affirmation is for the day. So I guess Spirit wants us to start this reading with an affirmation today. So this card is relaxation. And the affirmation is, I make my well-being a priority and blissfully enjoy a moment without care. So that is our affirmation for today, okay? Take time to recharge and learn to make yourself a priority. So, I guess Spirit is telling us we need to make ourselves a priority now, okay? And this reading is a little different because it's starting out already with cards. And when I was, let me put this here and I'll put it over here somewhere out of the way. When I was getting my cards out, different cards out and setting up and stuff, these two cards kind of jumped out. Gifts and influence. This is from the Urban Crow Oracle. So you've been given gifts. You need to use them to influence people, okay? Not in a negative influence or connotation, but in a positive way. You've been given gifts that you need to share, that were given to you to help you and to empower your community and for you to make a difference in this world. So you need to use those gifts, okay? And that is what's coming from this. All right, let's put these back in the deck. And let's figure out the reading today. So today is started a little bit differently. Last weekend, I had my very first live here on YouTube. If you want to have a good laugh, go watch it. Okay, go watch it. Anything that could go wrong did go wrong, okay? It was insane, and watching it back, it was just hilarious. I was rolling laughing. Everything. The live starts out with me basically saying, oh shit, I'm live. The camera flipped and just everything happened. But go watch it. It is pretty darn funny. But I will be going live now that I've kind of figured out how to do it. Can't promise it's going to be perfect. It might be just as much a hot mess as that first one, that when I went live for Blue Moon. In my videos, it says Blue Moon Live, so you'll be able to find it. It's only live right now. It's up there. But I'm planning on going live on New Moon and Full Moon. Hopefully next time will be better. Ended up the whole thing was shot vertically, like a TikTok or a short, instead of horizontally. It was just a mess, okay? It was a hot mess, but I did learn what I did wrong. So next time I do it, hopefully it will be right. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. I think I would have enjoyed it more had chat been working. My chat wasn't working. I mean, it was just, yeah, it was a little crazy. I had originally planned on I have two laptops. I have the one that I use all the time, then I have an older laptop, and I had downloaded OBS on it and was planning on turning the old laptop into almost like a little YouTube studio thing in here in this room. I call this room my studio. It's our spare bedroom, and this is where I have the stuff set up, to do my readings and stuff. So I was going to set up like a little studio in here, right, with the OBS on that laptop, and that laptop just be used for this kind of stuff. Well, no, that didn't happen. Just go watch the live and you will see. You will see how crazy it is. I'll put a link up here. I think is where it goes. Up here. over here somewhere. They call them cards. It'll pop up here somewhere, y'all, if you want to go. So you can click on that and then come back here, or that wouldn't be good, would it, if I send you to another thing while you should be here watching this? Maybe I'll put it in the pinned description. I'll do that. Y'all can let me know how crazy it was. It was pretty much a hot mess. But those of y'all who are regulars here, you know me. I'm very real, very authentic. And it was very real and very authentic. Anyway, so hope y'all are having a great week. And we're going to get this reading started by finding out what Spirit wants us to know this week. This is the collective weekly reading, where we just ask Spirit what Spirit wants us to know this week. And what I do is I pull some cards, and then I put it all together. When you see me shuffle cards, I'm putting my energy into the cards. I want you to concentrate, put your energy into the cards. Every time you see me shuffle cards, concentrate and put your energy into them, okay? And we're going to find out what the message is that Spirit has for us this week. Okay, Spirit's done with that deck. Spirit's like, I'm done with that deck. No? Spirit says no on this one. Okay, Spirit guides me to pick out the decks, and then sometimes Spirit don't want that deck, or they don't want it at that moment. I don't know. Them two want to come out. Alright, Spirit message for this week. What's our message for this week? Okay, this is a 3-card deck day. Okay. Message? No? Alright, let's turn these over. Let's see what's happening here. And it might be time for other cards. Okay. We have the never-ending story. Never-ending story. 7, 8. Which is 37. Which is 10. Which is new beginning. It's a beginning. Never-ending story. Are we back at the beginning of this never? Oh. Here's the card, y'all. Blessed. We are blessed this week. And this card is what made me buy this deck. And this deck is called Wisdom of the Oracle. This is card number 22, which the number 22 has great significance to me on a spiritual level. And this card being blessed. I saw this in a reading and I was like, I have to have that deck. So, blessed. We are blessed. We are blessed. Even though we feel like it's the never-ending story, right? Even though we're stressed, we go through these trials and tribulations, we have to realize every day that we're blessed. We're still blessed. We're blessed. We're here. We're blessed. And there's a change coming on the wind. There's a change coming. This new cycle that's been heralded in from that blue moon, because that blue moon was the ending of a cycle, and now a new cycle is coming in. Sorry. They cut my grass yesterday, so my allergies are crazy today. There's a new cycle that's coming in. There's a change in the wind. But the wind, change in the wind. Look at that face in the saddle. Do you see it? It's carrying it's like it's carrying its home on its back. You are your own home. You're your own home. There's a change in the wind. You're moving forward. The wind is blowing. You're facing the wind. You're going into the wind. You are upwind from everything. Okay. Starry Night, acceptance, which is 41, which is 5, which is transformation. Transform to acceptance. Wizard of the Woods, which is 50, which is also 5, focus. So we need to focus on acceptance as our transformation. And 14, which is also 5, is stability. This is very interesting, y'all. So, we feel like it's the never-ending story. We feel like it's just one thing after another, okay? Kind of like my live was. We feel like it's just one thing after another sometimes. I'm not getting the movie The Never Ending Story off of this, which I love that movie. I'm getting... See, look. She looks very frustrated, very just like, oh my God, not again. Right? So that is like never ending story. The cycle. You feel like you're in this cycle of never ending story. But you have to realize that you're blessed. You're blessed. No matter where you are in this world, you're blessed. There are blessings for you to count. Remember, I say this all the time. I have a free download over on my Ko-Fi too that you can go download to do this. You count your blessings every day. 3 things you're grateful for. Write it down every day. The more blessings you count, the more blessings show up. Blessings multiply blessings. And you have to remember you're blessed. No matter what's happening in the world, you are blessed. Because why? Because you are part of Spirit and Spirit loves you. We are all connected. We are all together. We are all part of this whole world that's happening. And we are blessed. We are blessed because we are here living this life. Even though sometimes it feels hard. But there is a change in the wind. Change in the wind and the things are blowing away. You see that? The zebra is walking into the wind. All of the crap is blowing off. Do you see that? The zebra's like carrying its own house. There's the face. It's like your house. Maybe it's a spiritual temple. It kind of, I'm going to tell you what it looks like to me. It looks like the gazebo from Gilmore Girls. So take with that what you will. If you're a Gilmore Girls fan, it looks like a smaller version of the gazebo from the Gilmore Girls, which was center of town. And then this saddle has a face on it. Do you see it? And then there's the zebra, which kind of is like a horse of a different color from Wizard of Oz. A lot of people don't think of zebras like horses, but they are. I've petted a zebra and they feel exactly like a horse, which I was very surprised. And then I was like, why am I surprised? They're just a horse of another color. I don't know why I thought they would feel like something different, but they're not. They're just a horse. They feel like a horse. So we have a horse of a different color. Walking into the future, the wind is blowing all of the, see the leaves, the bramble and stuff being blown away, okay? And we have a crescent moon. So, change in the wind. Change in the wind, leaving the past behind, leaving this never-ending feeling cycle behind. But we are blessed, and we have to remember that. And then we're this transformation because we're walking into it, right? We're walking into our future, which is transformation. Things are transforming for us in the best ways. In the best ways, y'all. It isn't scary. We're going to learn to accept. We're going to give it to the goddess. Give it to God. Whatever your higher power is, we're going to give it to the ancestors. Okay? We are going to accept that we cannot control everything that is happening. Because there seems to be, this comes the never-ending story. This comes from trying to control things, right? Trying to, reality not matching your expectations. You're just like, oh my God, not again. Why not again? You know what I'm saying? We're going to give that up. We're going to give that up to the goddess, and we're going to believe that things are going to work out in our best interest. We're going to accept the things we cannot change, right? We're going to accept that things do change. and that there will be change, and change brings transformation. We're going to accept that, okay? And we're going to focus. We're going to focus. We're going to focus on our abilities, our magic, okay? We're focusing on our magic, our abilities, what we can do. Remember that when this opened, the gifts, the beginning of this reading, the gifts. Remember that? We're going to focus on those. We're going to focus on those gifts and their blessings, okay? Those gifts are blessings. And we're going to focus on those gifts. And we are going to hone our magic. We are going to empower ourselves through our transformation. And we're going to reach stability. We are going to reach a stability. Earth spirit stability. We are going to reach a happy place. Do you see this? She's a fairy. She's right here. She's under this magical tree with these little fireflies and the trying to see a butterfly. Butterflies in her hand. Butterflies, which are also transformation. But she's happy. She's rooted in the ground. Do you see that? She's sitting on the ground. She's grounding herself. She is stable in the earth. That this is great. This is great and amazing, and this is a wonderful reading. We feel like it's a never-ending story, but it's not. We need to look at our blessings. We need to look at our blessings, and we need to realize that things are changing. Things are coming. The winds of change are coming. There's a change in the wind. There is a change in the wind, and it's going to transform everything, and we're blessed. We're blessed. And we need to what? Remember this. From the very first of the reading, relaxation. Quit stressing. Don't be this. Don't be like, oh my God, not again, not again. No, relax, chill, chill. Be this. Relaxation, acceptance, okay? Yeah, chill and accept it. Accept what's happening that you can't control. Because why? We're blessed with gifts. We are blessed with gifts. We are blessed with acceptance. We are blessed with change. And all these, remember, are change, transformation. And we are blessed with feeling stable. We are blessed with feeling stable in ourselves, in our home, the earth. Blessed. I'm telling you, this is the most powerful message. Blessed. Being blessed. Being blessed. Counting your blessings, knowing that you're blessed. I feel like I'm queen here. I'm going to put this back over here. Put this relaxation back over here. Yeah, because we need to remember to relax and not be stressed out over the never-ending story. We need to count our blessings and know that change comes and accept the fact that change comes. Nothing stays the same. Change comes. We need to accept the fact that change comes. Some things end to make way for new things to begin. Sometimes we don't want to accept that. Sometimes we don't want to accept changes and know that new things are coming. And sometimes those new things are the best thing that's ever happened in your life. So we have to learn to accept it and quit controlling it all and quit just being like, oh my God, not again. Accept it. Count it a blessing. Count it a blessing because you never know what's coming around the corner. 36. The Queen of Connection. The Queen of Connection. We're connecting. We're connecting with the earth. We're connecting with our higher selves. Connection. We are moving into a connection more with spirit, a connection more with our community, a connection more with the people around us. The winds of change. We're getting rid of the stagnation. The stagnation is blowing away. The things we're blessed with are remaining. The stagnation is blowing away the bullshit and the things that we sorry, I just heard a voice. Not sure what that was. Very strange. It's gonna be interesting to watch back and see exactly what I was talking about when I heard this voice. The really strange thing about this voice, it's not that I hear a voice, right? Because it could be someone outside. This was an African voice. Um, Speaking with an African accent. I could not tell what the words were, but I know it is an African. I know it is an African accent. The voice was African. I'm not sure what that means. That might mean something to someone. I don't hear this voice at all anymore. Maybe Haiti. Maybe Haiti. That's coming through. This is strange. Okay, y'all, this is strange. Um, Maybe that means something to one of you who are watching. Not sure. But when I was talking about Queen of Connection, that is when that showed up. And you see, she's speaking, she's connecting with that fish, with this, it's a fish, right? Looks like a fish to me. She's connecting across the waters, across boundaries. Some things are weird sometimes, y'all. See the water, and then this is depth of the lake, depth. She is connecting depth. What is really seen under the surface, what is happening under the surface. This is what is seen on the top. But what is under the surface? The desert, solitariness. This is 13. This is 31. Spirit comes to you in the quiet times. Just like just now when Spirit came to me in the quiet time. And I literally heard someone speak who does not anywhere near where I live. There is no one. I live in a small town in Appalachia. There is no one in this town who speaks with a Haitian or African accent. Um, so that was not someone outside. And I could not tell what they were saying. But it sounded like I'm getting the impression like someone at a market hollering at someone else at a market. Like that. So I'm not sure. But Spirit comes in the solitary moments. There's your three little birds, three, maid, mother, and crone. In the moments when it's quiet is when Spirit shows up. And alchemy, magic, magic. I told these gifts. It's magic. Focusing on your magic. Yeah. Queen of Connection. It's looking pretty good, y'all. I'm a little spooked, though, by that voice. I don't know why it spooked me though, because I do, I hear people that other people don't hear. Let me just put it that way. Um, so it's not extraordinary for me to hear something, hear someone talking that's not there, or that other people can't see. Um, it just caught me very off guard right in the middle of a reading. I've never had that happen in the middle of a reading. Um, the other day, in the middle of a reading, there was like this big loud noise behind me, and I turned to look, and there was nothing. Nothing had happened. Nothing had fell. Nothing. Um, I don't know. And before anybody says maybe I need to clear the room, I did that the day after Blue Moon. I cleared my whole house, so that's all good. Kind of strange. It's kind of thrown me off. But I'm feeling like maybe it's somebody here is meant to hear. Maybe it got caught. Maybe it got caught on the mic. But maybe that's a message for someone. Connecting across the oceans, looking under the water to see the reality, you know? There's more than what we see on the surface of things. It's more than what we see on the surface of things. Interesting, y'all. Let me know what you think about this so far. What do you think? What are your impressions? Drop me a comment. What do you think about the voice I heard? Let me get a couple throw cards here. Can't make this shit up, y'all. What is that? Ghosts. Ghosts. The card I pulled right now is ghosts. Self-interest. 45, that's 9. And ghosts is 20. Interesting. Very interesting. Ghosts. I got nothing for that. We're just ghosts and self-interest. Self-interest, huh? I think self-interest goes back to what I was talking about the other day and what I was talking about in the live after I finally just gave up on trying to make it work and just started doing a reading. You can't pour from an empty cup. So self-interest, you need to worry about yourself sometimes. Even though we sacrifice everything for other people, it's time to worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. You know what I'm talking about? Make sure that you eat. Make sure that you rest. Make sure that you have this relaxation, right? Make sure that all right, Spirit is telling me this. Make sure that you hear this message. Queen of Connection and Ghost. This is the card I pulled when the sound was happening, and this is the card now. So, yeah. This is evidently a very important message that needs to get out. It's either Haiti or Africa. It was a male voice, and it was sounding like at a market, like when someone is hollering at someone else at a market to like get the food or, you know, here's a whatever from across the, you know how there'll be like stalls on the sides of the road in a market and one person's hollering to another one, like, you know, moving things or whatever. It was that kind of feeling. But yeah, I don't know. It's got me thrown, and I don't know why. Maybe something else will come out later. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. So, that's it for this reading, y'all. I think it's pretty good, though. We got to count our blessings. We got to quit feeling really overwhelmed and feeling like, oh my God, no, it's a never ending story. Because it's not. The winds of change are coming and they're blowing all that debris away. They're blowing it all away. Things are transforming. You're going to accept things are going to happen and things are going to change. But this is going to create stability in your life. These changes are going to create stability. They may create some chaos to start with, but they're going to create stability. You're going to focus on your magical gifts, right? Focus on your magic and the gifts that you have been given. And you're going to listen, you're going to see things for what they really are, not just for what they are on the surface. You're going to really look underneath and see things for what they really are. And you are going to focus in your solitude to get your messages. See the birds? The messages are coming from the ghosts, from the ancestors, from spirit, from the realm, through the veil. In your quiet moments, you will hear them. In your quiet moments, you will hear them. They are coming. They are trying to communicate with you, and you will hear them through the veil. Whether it is your ancestors, ghosts, spirit, angels, whatever, they're coming. You're going to hear them in your quiet moments. So don't be like, I know a lot of us, not me, I was raised in a very different family where magical abilities were accepted. In a lot of families, when children are little, people are like, no, there's no such thing as imaginary friends. That's not real. No, you don't hear ghosts. You don't hear. Okay, so we think that you hear these things, there's something wrong with us, and it's not. You have these abilities, and in quiet moments it comes through. So believe what they are. People don't believe you, fuck them. Okay? Doesn't matter. You listen to the messages because they're meant for you. They're meant for you to listen to them. Okay? You have magic. And don't pour from an empty cup. Think about yourself when you're relaxing. Self interest. Relax. Think about yourself and your future. There's a lot of change happening right here, a lot of turmoil. Some of that's involving other people, and those people may or may not even remain in your realm of existence. Okay? Those people may or may not remain in your realm of existence anymore when the changes happen. But the changes are good, and you're blessed. Remember that. You're blessed and loved. All right. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I do a reading like this every Thursday. I do zodiac readings throughout the month. I do other kind of magical teaching videos too. Drop me a comment. I love comments. I don't get very many comments. A lot of people don't comment anymore, and I'm guilty of that too. If I watch somebody's YouTube, I very seldom leave a comment. But go ahead, comment, drop me an emoji, whatever. Just let me know you're here. Like this video, so then I know you watched it and you liked it. If you know someone who needs to hear this message, if you know someone who is like, oh my God, it's a never-ending cycle in my life, and they need to realize that they're blessed and that things are going to be changing for the better, send this to them in a text message. Send this link to this video in a text message. Send it to them on Facebook Messenger, Instagram DM, Telegram, whatever you use to send your friends things. Send this to them so they can watch it. And go over to my Ko-Fi for that free download to count your blessings. Okay? It's a gratitude. It's called gratitude. I forget what it's called right now. I think it's a gratitude worksheet or something like that. Anyway, That's it, y'all. Love your faces. Kisses.